Walk away now, my sister whispered urgently, her eyes flicking toward the shadowed hallway beyond the church office. But I couldn't. Not when something inside me, that quiet knot of doubt I'd carried for years, pulled me deeper into the room. I stepped forward, heart pounding like a drum in a silent storm. And there it was, the truth that froze me in place, turning decades of family loyalty into a web of deceit. My name is Emily Carter, and at 39, I've always been the steady one in our family. The daughter who showed up on time, balanced the books, and kept her questions buried deep. In the faded photos from our childhood in Willow Creek, Ohio, I'm the one with the serious gaze, standing a step back while my younger sister Olivia shines front and center, her perfect smile drawing everyone's eyes, our parents' arms wrapped protectively around her like she was their fragile treasure. I work as an internal auditor at Vanguard Financial in our quiet Midwest town, a role that fits someone who's spent a lifetime spotting discrepancies without making waves. Willow Creek is the kind of place where everyone knows the Carters, we're the pillars of the community, with Mom's annual charity auctions, Dad's role on the city council, and Olivia's thriving event planning business that seems to touch every wedding and fundraiser. But behind the polished facade, I've learned to overlook the cracks, the unexplained loans that vanished, the hushed arguments behind closed doors, the way Olivia's mistakes always dissolved like smoke. You're too by the book to ever bend, Mom had said last Thanksgiving, her words laced with that familiar disapproval after I'd politely asked about a mismatch in the family foundation's donations. She'd framed it as a flaw, like my sense of right and wrong was a burden I should shed. Olivia had just chuckled, that light, effortless laugh she'd mastered as a kid, steering the conversation to her latest big client. The Carter family creed might as well have been keep the peace at any cost. We'd smoothed over Olivia's teenage joyrides that ended in totaled cars, rewritten her failed business ventures as learning experiences, and erased her short-lived engagements like they never happened. Me? I put myself through college with scholarships and part-time jobs, built my career on merit alone, and lived in a simple condo while Olivia nested in the guest house on our parents' sprawling property. I thought keeping my distance would shield me from their chaos. I thought being the reliable one made me unbreakable. How wrong I was. The request came on a rainy Wednesday, mid-afternoon, while I was knee-deep in audit reports. Mom's voice on the phone, warm but insistent. Emily. Sweetheart, we need your expertise for the Hope Springs Foundation's 40th anniversary gala. It's going to be spectacular. I paused, staring at the spreadsheet on my screen, numbers blurring. That's wonderful, Mom. But Olivia's the event whiz, why me? Oh, she's swamped with the details. But we need help with some financial paperwork for the venue. You know how these community center events get with all the red tape. Hope Springs Lutheran Church, our family's anchor, where we'd all been christened, where Dad chaired the finance committee, where Mom led the outreach programs, and where Olivia always stole the show while I volunteered in the shadows, tallying donations or organizing files. I'm swamped at work myself, I hedged. Emily. The sigh carried years of unspoken expectations. It's for the family. Surely you can spare an evening. Family, the word that always felt like a velvet noose. So there I was, 3 evenings later, pulling into the church lot at dusk, watching Olivia's sleek BMW glide in beside my practical sedan. She stepped out in tailored slacks and a silk blouse, looking runway-ready despite the muggy Ohio air. You're a godsend, she said, pecking my cheek with that familiar floral scent. This planning is drowning me. She didn't look drowned, if anything. She seemed wired, her eyes scanning mine like she was measuring my reactions. Just need you to fetch some files from the archive room, she continued, handing me a key fob. Budget sheets, Permits, the dull stuff your ace at. Why not grab them yourself? A shadow crossed her face. Gone in a blink. Numbers give me hives. You know that. Plus, I've got a vendor call in 15. She passed me a sleek tote bag. Toss it all in here. Room C7. Far cabinet. I should have turned around right then. Handed back the keys. And driven into the night. Back to my orderly life where the only betrayals were minor office politics. But instead, I walked toward the side door. The keys biting into my palm. Behind me, Olivia's voice floated like an afterthought. If anything seems off, just bail. No questions. The church corridors felt eerie in the evening hush, the fluorescent buzz amplifying every step on the linoleum. I'd roamed these halls forever, Bible study, potlucks, family milestones where I'd blend into the wallpaper while Olivia dazzled. Tonight, though, the air hummed with unease. Room C7 was tucked in the admin wing, past the pastor's study and the boardroom where Mom orchestrated her miracles. My pulse quickened, Olivia's jittery vibe. Her evasive glance, it all screamed wrong. Lately, she'd been oddly attentive, calling weekly after years of radio silence. Even apologizing over brunch for that old mix-up with the Thompson deal 5 years back, where she'd pinned a lost contract on me, costing the family a chunk. I was immature, she'd said, gripping my hand. We're blood. Let's act like it. I'd wanted to believe her. Craved that sisterly bond I'd idealized as a kid. Before realizing love in the Carters was a bargaining chip. The archive door creaked open, heavy with age. Inside, rows of file cabinets loomed, labeled by year and type, grants, expenditures, minutes. The tote felt heavier as I zeroed in on the specified drawer. It hung ajar. Papers askew. And at the back, a compact safe, its lid unlatched. This wasn't about permits. My fingers shook as I tugged it forward. The first file, bank records from obscure institutions in Wyoming, Florida, Panama. Sums that made my auditor's instincts scream, 6 figures sloshing in and out, always circling back to Hope Springs accounts. The second, federal grants for housing initiatives, addiction recovery, youth centers, millions approved for projects that rang hollow, existing only in glossy brochures. Signatures leaped out, Mom's elegant flourish, Dad's stern print, Olivia's dramatic loops as the Foundation's VP of Operations. Walk away, she'd said. No questions. But the third file stopped me cold, my name emblazoned across dummy corporations I'd never touched. Accounts tied to my SSN. Loan docs with my signature faked. And worst, a typed affidavit on my work stationery, confessing to siphoning funds. Dated for next month. I dropped into a rickety chair, papers crumpling in my grip. This wasn't mere fraud, it was a meticulously laid trap to shatter me, my job, my freedom, all to bury their sins. The tote mocked me from the floor. Stuff it in. Play the dutiful sister one last time. My phone vibrated. Olivia. Wrapping up soon? Vendors delayed. Might circle back. A heads up or a veiled warning. With her. The line blurred. I scanned the sprawl of deceit. A legacy of avarice cloaked in goodwill. Another buzz, if you're reading this. You're too far in. Come out. Talk. A shadow flitted past the door's frosted glass. Instinct took over. I snapped photos. Flash piercing the dimness, capturing every incriminating stroke. Footsteps echoed. Hurried now. I jammed files back, but pocketed the affidavit. Its paper crinkling against my heart like a shield. The knob turned. Emily? Mom's voice. Polished as ever. Sweetheart. In there. Seconds to choose, feign ignorance or unleash the storm. The door swung open before I could. Mom framed in the threshold. Olivia lurking behind. Her face a mask of feigned concern. Mom's silver cross necklace glinted under the lights, the same one she wore to every gala. Every sermon. Embodying the flawless community leader. "There you are," she said. Smile tight. "Olivia said you were pitching in with paperwork." I rose deliberately, tote limp in my hand. Just gathering what she wanted. Mom's eyes darted to the safe. Then me, a subtle clench in her jaw. The precursor to discipline I'd known since girlhood. "Find all you needed?" "More than enough." Olivia shoved forward. Edge in her voice. "Always poking where you shouldn't." She reached for the tote. I pulled back. "Poking? That's rich. Coming from the Queen of Secrets. Money laundering through our family's charity? That's what this is." Mom's tone dropped to that icy whisper reserved for scandals. "You have no clue what you're seeing." "I see it crystal clear." I flashed my phone. Thumbnails of their downfall glaring. Phantom companies. Hidden accounts. Grants for ghost programs, and this gem, my confession ready to hang me out to dry. Olivia blanched. "You're wrecking us all." "Wrecking? You mean stopping the theft from real causes? Using the church as your piggy bank?" "We're safeguarding the family," Mom interjected, shutting the door with a soft click. "Something your rigid rules never grasped." "By scapegoating me?" "By ensuring survival." She adjusted her blouse. Surreal in the tension. "The foundations touch thousands, real impact. But impact demands flexibility." "Flexibility? Try felony." Olivia gripped my arm. "Hear me out. There are heavy hitters in this, ones who crush threats without blinking." The affidavit burned in my pocket. "That letter's no frame job, it's protection." "From what?" "From them," Mom murmured. Suddenly aged. "Developers. Officials. Council members, all skimming. Your dad and I dipped in too deep. One compromise snowballing. So you dragged me under?" "We shielded you by excluding you," Olivia hissed. "But no. You had to meddle." "Meddle? Trust you? After years of your setups. Your blame games." "At least I achieved something." Olivia's facade splintered. "What have you got? Your high horse and lonely condo? Think that elevates you. It keeps me clean." Mom wedged between us. "Enough. Two paths. Emily, pocket those photos. Help tidy this. Stay the daughter who looks away, or blow it open and watch it all crush. Including you. That letter's just the start. You're blackmailing me. I'm outlining facts." She straightened her cross. "The smart choice is clear. Always my load, the smart one footing their bills." I recalled the affidavit. Pastor Reynolds' trusting face. The diverted aid for struggling families while they flaunted luxury. "You know," I edged to the door. "I'm tired of carrying your messes." Olivia lunged. "Not with those pics." "Watch. Please." Genuine fear in her eyes now. "They'll ruin us all. No clean exit." I paused, eyeing my kin bound by rot. "Then we sink together." "Your name's everywhere," Mom warned. "Fakes," I shot back. "And I've got timestamps proving it from Olivia's laptop. The one I configured last spring. Password unchanged." Silence hit like a wall. Mom's voice cracked. "What do you want?" "After all this." She bargained. "Truth. But since that's not Carter style, justice will do." I strode out, leaving them with their crumbling fortress. For once, the steady one wasn't stopping. My condo felt like a cage that night. Laptop illuminating the kitchen table with damning glows. Each photo peeled back layers of greed masquerading as grace. Somewhere in the data. Proof I was the patsy. The first email pinged at midnight. "Reconsider." From Dad. I skipped it. Diving into cross-checks, transactions against public filings. Patterns emerging like veins in marble. Olivia's flair, bold moves. Sloppy trails. Wire shifts timed to galas. Grants funding family splurges. My phone lit. Unknown. Email now. Urgent. Curiosity 1. I opened my inbox. An address mimicking mine, e.carter@hopesprings.org. Message to the IRS whistleblower line. Confessing irregularities under my watch. Sent hours ago from the church. Hands trembling. I dug deeper, more from me to federal agents. Attachments dripping guilt. They weren't waiting, they were striking. Work email showed breach attempts. IPs foreign to me. The trap snapping shut. Olivia called. Don't hang up. Check socials. Her feed, a poignant post on family trials and mercy, implying her troubled sister overreacting to minor errors, risking innocence. Comments flooded. Hearts for Olivia. Prayers for us. Me subtly cast as the grudge holder. You're committing, I said. You forced it. Tried shielding you. But you play hero. Hero? I'm dodging your frame job. Come back. We fix it, blame a hacker. Mom's got pull. The pull that sunk you. Quiet. You don't get it. Councilman Hayes. DA Wilkins. The whole zoning crew, they're entangled. Expose us. They bury you. Threat? Fact. The fact you've dodged while we dirted our hands for the family. I barked a laugh. Dirted? Stealing from needy kids for your Beamer. We've given back tenfold. Stolen more. Big difference. Not to those we helped. Her tone steel. IRS got your tip, hours ago. Auditors swarm Monday. Trail leads to you, the auditor with access. The unstable one per our posts. My inbox chimed. Prosecutor confirmation of my interview. I've got real proof. Photos you could have faked? Who's believable, us? Community heroes. Or the resentful loner. The history she'd spun. Resentment she'd seeded. Won't work. It's working. Unless you join. Clock's ticking. Click. The noose tightened. They'd boxed every angle. But the reliable one always had contingencies. Browser open. I typed not to feds. To tainted. To watchdogs. Reporters hungry for dirt. Leverage, the Carter way. But mine real. The family meeting hit Saturday at their estate. A staged courtroom around the oak table. Mom presiding. Dad stern. Olivia poised. Aunt Lydia there with Cousin Mark from the clerk's office. Even Pastor Reynolds at the end. Brow furrowed in concern. Emily. Thanks for coming, Mom said. As if Dad's text, threatening to flag my loaner car as stolen, left options. This isn't a chat, I stood firm. It's coercion. Such paranoia, Aunt Lydia sipped tea. We're kin. Helping through your rough patch. Rough patch you engineered with forgeries. No forgeries, Mark jumped in. Those are legit board docs. You're listed as co-founder on subsidiaries. He fanned papers, my signature everywhere. Dated back years. But the watermark? New design from last fall. Timeline's off, I pointed. Can't sign on future paper. Mark's jaw ticked. Reprint error. Convenient. Pastor Reynolds leaned in. Soft-voiced, I've watched you grow. Emily. This rage. These claims it's not you. What's eating at you? The pivot flawless, my issues, not their crimes. What's eating me? Your church as a laundering hub. Stealing from grants. We've created good, Mom intoned. Gala mode. Decades of aid, shelters. Scholarships. Rebuilds. On stolen backs. On pragmatism, Dad boomed. This town was a pit, graft everywhere. We didn't bow, we redirected. Made it count. You mastered it. Olivia rose. Phone out. Speaking of mastery. Your work file? That ethics complaint from last year. Chill hit. What? Oh. Filed Friday fund mishandling. HR's buzzing. They weren't just pinning foundation sins, they were torching my career for plausibility. Stop this, pastor urged. Your folks offer mercy, step back. Get help for burnout. We handle the rest. Burnout, the label, long hours. Isolation. Paranoia. Evidence? Their word against mine. We've got proof too, Mark tapped files. Logins from your IP. Emails from your devices. Signatures expert verified. By cronies? Pros who'll swear in court, Mom smoothed. But no need. We're family. Come home. CDR. Haze for stress. Meds for delusions, arrest. And it's gone. Gone? Like the probe. They'll see a sad case, Dad said. Whistleblower on her own mess. Then cracked. We'll support her recovery. I retreated. You're delusional. Just you, Mom sighed. My phone pinged, accounts frozen. Cards cut. Investments flagged. Safeguards, Mom cooed. Till you're steady. Every path barred. Credibility gutted. Media next, I bluffed. With what? Baseless rants against saints. He nailed it. Who'd buy the outcast over icons? But they'd overlooked one. I wasn't isolated. 24 hours, I gripped the door. Confess or I drop it all. You've got zilch, Olivia smirked. But doubt flickered. She knew the planner in me always backed up. Kyle Thompson. My Vanguard colleague and confidant for 6 years. Didn't blink when I banged on his door that night. Wrecked. They locked everything. I slumped on his sofa. Intervention bombed. I'd shared family snippets before. He got the gist. But not the depths. Need risky help, I said. Job on the line stuff. You bailed me on the Whitaker mess. I'm all in. Photos out. His face paled, scrolling. Holy. This is epic scam. And I'm the fall guy, fake tips to IRS. HR hits. Trails backdated. But you wired their systems, he realized. Admin keys they forgot. From my hidden USB, logs. Mods. Metadata gold. Prove creation times. And creators. Kyle plugged in. Secure rig humming. Sloppy browser wipes won't cut it. We mapped all night, shell links to grants. Docs postdated. My IRS mail from a diner near Olivia's office during her routine slot. Retro covers, Kyle said. Your family's hubris, no real security. By morning. Dossier solid, forensics dismantling their tail. Ties to broader scams in adjacent counties. Regional rot, Kyle whistled. One tug. It unravels. Family texts ramped frantic. I ghosted till Olivia's. Mom's IRS pal can squash. Don't blow it. Scared. Good. Kyle copied drives. I drafted to Elena Ramirez. The Gazette scribe who'd cracked last year's bid rigging. She's gold, Kyle said. And Olivia griped about her probing contracts. From his IP. I sent teasers. 10 minutes, call. Emily Carter? Elena. Your packet's dynamite. Meet? Today. They're accelerating. Brewhaven. Hour. As family likely plotted over brunch. I hit send. The unraveling loomed. The exposé dropped Monday dawn. Iconic foundation embroiled in multi-million fraud probe. From my cash motel hideout. I watched Elena's piece torch Willow Creek. Front page bombshell. Verified to the hilt. My phone erupted. I screened all but Dad's VM. You've gutted us. Mom shattered. Olivia subpoenaed. Happy now. Vindicated. Not happy. Elena's web, diverted relief to havens. Scholarships as smokescreens. Carter's at core, Olivia's prints on transfers. By lunch. Real IRS raided. Seizing drives. Sealing church ledgers. Media swarmed the square. Locals reeling. They funded my son's rehab. One sobbed on cam. Was it fake? Not wholly, but greed poisoned the well. Elena's call. They're conferencing at 2, claiming you're the thief. Let drop the metadata bomb. Live stream. Family at podium. Mom pearl-clad in victim mode. Dad stoic. Olivia teary. Betrayal from kin, Mom choked. Me, unhinged. Vengeful. Forger. We offered aid, Olivia dabbed. But she chose chaos. Sympathy nods till Elena rose. Explain 2023 docs on 2025 watermark? Olivia faltered. Doctored. By Emily. Sans Design Access? Or you? Logged Thursday 3:12 p.m. Murmurs. And $4 million relief to Belize accounts your ID? Slander. Dad thundered. Got tapes of Hayes threatening exposures? Elena had dug deeper. Chaos erupted. They fled amid shouts. Texts unknown. Family at HQ. Feds too. Talk. It's massive. Trap? Elena, take Kyle. Record. We entered the fray, agents boxing files. Family huddled. Emily, Agent Lisa Torres rose. Your media drop clarified much. Scopes vast. Don't, Dad barked. Deflated. Torres, cooperate or cuff. Mom broke. What details? Names tumbled Hayes. Wilkins. Webs unraveling in whispers. Emily flagged the books years back, Olivia murmured. Ignored her. Too late. But it eased a scar. As dusk fell. Pity crept in, they shrank. Illusions stripped. Choices defined us, there's greed. Mine truth. Costly. But mine. 2 weeks post-blast. I lingered in Hope Springs lot post-service. Congregation thinned, pastor retired. Not there for hymns for her. Olivia exited. Plain dress. No BMW, assets gone. Bus bound. She spotted me. We locked eyes. Then she neared. Steps heavy. You showed. Her text begged, lot after. We strolled to the donor wall. Grandparents' plaques from pure days. Please incoming, she said. Mom. Dad. Mark deals for testimony. Hayes jailed. Wilkins quit. You. 3 to 5. Maybe camp. Bitter chuckle. Stripes clash with my vibe. Bench silence. Why? I asked. You had it all, their adoration. Long pause. Fake all. Strings attached, perform or lose. The asset. Not self. So crime. What they molded. You escaped with integrity. I drowned in duty. Choices existed. Did they? Signed at 17. VP at 24. Shown the game, play or starve. I saw it, us both caged, me outsider. Her idol. No winners. Sorry, I said. Shocked us. For truth? For my blind spots. She sobbed raw. No performance. I stayed. Not hugging, bridges burned, but present. Walk away, she echoed that night. Tried saving you. Too late. You're out. Live free. Lawyer's car arrived. She rose. That affidavit? My draft. Mom's push. Never meant to send. Done as their tool. Pausing. You earned their love, the real values they preached but punished. Me? Weakness rewarded. Twisted. Huh. She left for justice. I lingered. Sun warming. Pondering costs. Calls came, Kyle. Elena. A grateful donor. Life awaited, career mending. Future unshackled. Church tour one last. Pews of lessons. Rooms of revelations. My car, mine truly, idled. Driving from Willow Creek. Olivia's words echoed. Wrong on deserving, we all shortchanged by choices. But free? Yes. Revenge? Not destruction, survival. Refusing ruin. After 39 years. I walked free.